Okay, so this video is for assignment number 1. And the intention of this assignment is drafting and sketching is a motor skill set. And anytime you do anything that involves a motor skill, whether it's basketball, wrestling, cheerleading, you have to warm up. You have to stretch and warm up and get your muscles ready to engage in whatever activity. Sketching is no different. And so this exercise is warm-up exercises for sketching, for getting comfortable with line work, and yeah, so that's what this is. This is regular bond paper. You buy packs of it for your printers at home. So this is also something that you'll need. Let me go ahead and brush my table off. And the reason why I brush this off is if there's anything on there and I cross over it, the paper's gonna pick it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how, in this video, how to line up and your paper. And this is important. And then utilizing the drafting tape. And essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna take pieces, and you can reuse these pieces. That's what I loved about drafting tape. So like I've had this for a couple of years and I don't mind reusing. So I'm just gonna tear off 4 pieces and just put them right here. And these 4 pieces are going to cover the corners. And so I'm essentially going to zero out this paper where it's like, if this was, where's my, 1 second. Zero to 180, that's what I mean by zeroing out. And so anytime I put my triangle up against this, I know that I can draw a 90-degree angle at any given time. So that's important. And so now that I have it right here and I put it up against my straight edge, now if you have a T-square, you're gonna hold your T-square on this side and just slide this back. And once it meets up there, you're gonna stretch your paper and make it nice and taut. And then just start taping the corners. And make sure that the tape is flat. And then you'll pull this back and do the same over here. Now what happens is, if you don't make your tape completely flat and pull and make your paper nice and taut, going back and forth over this will either tear your paper or peel back this tape, and it ends up underneath your T-square or your straight edge. And so just make sure everything is secure. All right, and in this video, I'm just going to show you some of the work on pages. In fact, let me bring the page over here. So page 39 through 41. And you'll do parallel lines. You'll start off with horizontal, vertical, and then I want you to do diagonal in both directions. Then start doing a circular spiral, and some, on page 41, some sort of wavy line with curves and points, so something like this. And it doesn't have to look exactly like this. You just start with one line, and I'll show you exactly. And then a three-dimensional one, three-dimensional form, like this on page 41. And so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how, or exactly what I mean. Now, I like to use a pencil, but I kind of want to see if you can see it. Now, don't use any tools. For this exercise, this is freehand. Again, this is you trying to develop the motor skills to do what we're about to do. So, I like to get in a particular position, and I like to hold my pencil in a particular way where I'm just pulling in any direction that I need, and sometimes pushing out, but I don't push into the pen. I'm pulling it out that way. I'm pulling it this way. I'm pulling it this way. Pull. Don't push into the paper. You will tear the paper. And so let's just start with horizontal lines. Now, each of these, so you're going to have horizontal, vertical, diagonal, both ways. Oops. Both ways. And you're going to have a curve. With points. And the 3D one on page 41. So these are on page 39. Anyway, let's get started. So here's what the exercise is. Essentially, if I'm going to do horizontal lines, and I'm going to show you on one piece of paper, but each of these should be one page each. One page each. So a page of nothing but horizontal, a page nothing but vertical, a page nothing but diagonal on one way, diagonal the other way. I really want you to start practicing and really getting comfortable with these pens and line work. Curve with points and 3D. So I really want you to do that. So fill it up. And essentially what this is you would just draw one line. Let me back this off. So one line, horizontal. And the quicker you go, the straighter it is. If you go too quick, it might not go as straight. And then you just want to do the same and get as close as possible. And do it again, and again, and again, and again. And you want to get comfortable with this. And you can see that even I'm out of practice. And I'm just pulling away. I'm not going deep into the paper. And I think I might use a flare pen to help better illustrate what's going on. And so and you can see my lines start getting straighter and straighter. They're not going to be perfect. They're not supposed to be perfect. Again, this is a warm-up exercise. you get the idea. Now, you don't have to do yours in a flare pen. I just think that it comes out better for this video. I'm just gonna throw this right on top. So don't forget to do vertical. And if you go slow, chances of your hand veering off into a weird spot is highly likely. So just go at a relatively decent pace. You know, you can mimic my pace, and if that's a good pace for you, if you need to go a little slower or a little faster, so be it. So that's the vertical ones. The diagonal ones will be like this. Again, they need to be on their own separate page. I'm just using this to kind of shorten up this video. So don't also do this way. This is what I mean by both ways. Go. So diagonal one, and then diagonal two. Now, could you flip the page? Yeah, but you're kind of cheating yourself, because when you have stuff taped down, get used to doing it how you would work, and you normally work with something taped down. So you have that one, diagonal both ways. Oh, try this one. This one's really cool. It gets harder and harder. You know, see how I went big over here and then it started getting small and small? Again, that's me how to practice. You know, I like to do these warm-up exercises before I actually start sketching. And you can see how relatively quick this is, so it shouldn't take long to do a whole page of each. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot the spiral. Spiral. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you should have 7 full sheets. And don't flip it to the back side either. Just, again, I'm just using this for the purpose of this video. And so let me go ahead and turn to, so I'm gonna do something like this, where there's curved lines that come to a point. And again, that should be a page as well. So and does it matter how you make it? No. What matters is that you practice this range of motion. And you just get better and better at doing this. Start off with the straight lines and work your way into that spiral one, and then do this one. so you can start getting used to this. You get the idea. Okay, also on page 41, you'll see a three-dimensional form, and that will look something like this. Now, I would normally tape this down, but again, for the sake of time of this video. All right, so we could do something, you know, that's, if you want to copy it, you can. Try not to pick up your pen or pencil. And just do the same thing, get as close as possible. Now you notice I went over. I went over for a reason, and that reason is if these should all connect straight up. And it looks very three-dimensional when you do that. It's a little difficult at first, but you get the hang of it. Oop, see, I messed up too. And there you have it. You just keep going and going and going. Just fill up a whole page like that. Or as much as you can. Just, you know, I want to see some actual practice. But anyway, so that's it. That's your assignment. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pages full. Don't give me everything on one page. I will not grade that. And that's it. All right.